Welcome back to the Sykesvillain channel, and welcome back to another episode of Griff Picks. The last episode, we had some technical issues, and I tried to re-edit best I could and re-upload, and all of it didn't get worked out, but the audio is still there. Well, I need to upgrade some equipment. I've just been putting it off. What's new? We're going to be talking mainly about HBO Max today. Starting off with Those Who Wish Me Dead, which is a new film coming to HBO Max this month, in the month of May 2021, and select theaters. It's directed by Taylor Sheridan, who is also one of the directors, main creators of Yellowstone. He's also done work on Sons of Anarchy and I believe Justified. It looks like a very good, very original thriller about a young boy on the run in a national park, and there's a forest fire. It stars Angelina Jolie and John Bernthal. I saw the trailer for this. They have put a trailer out for it, and I really liked the look of the villains in the trailer. Like, they really made them look like sinister and kind of gave them like a presence about them. Justice League, the Snyder Cut, or the extended cut of Justice League, which I finally got to see after much anticipation from, I know, myself and many others. The length was something. I mean, I watched it all the way through. I didn't take more than like a 5-minute break. I just sat down and watched it, and, it's 4 hours. But it was very good, and there was definite improvements on the original cut of Justice League for sure. One thing that I didn't really like that kind of bothers me is they cut out the rooftop scene, which, if you've seen the original Justice League, there's a rooftop scene involving Batman. And they cut that out, which I thought that was a really good, very pure Batman moment with some good action. So I'm kind of bummed they cut that. But all in all, lots of improvements. The look of the movie is greatly improved. A lot of the way the characters look and scenes look. I think the music is much improved. And just overall sounded really good. And I love all the different themes of the different heroes when you start to hear them play, especially Wonder Woman's theme. I loved all the extra scenes and the end scenes that they added, and also like all the added dark side stuff was really good. I'm just hoping that with now having seen dark side and all that they decide to continue the storyline and allow Zack Snyder to continue his vision. Which brings me on to the next point of this video, which has been the hashtags going around on Twitter, like hashtag restore the Snyderverse and hashtag Batfleck movie or make the Batfleck movie. And I'm totally on board with that. I say, let them do it. I really hope that, like Warner and HBO or whoever's in charge allows that to happen, sees that it's another thing that the fans want, and especially now with the Snyder Cut being out and how it's gotten really good reviews and reception and the fans love it and all that, why wouldn't they go in that direction after seeing like the great success that the Snyder Cut of Justice League has had. But who knows? We'll just have to wait and see what happens. I have been really enjoying the darker side of the DC universe and these extended cuts that we've been getting of certain films like Batman vs Superman, Suicide Squad, and now with Justice League. Because if you think about it, you have all these young fans that grew up with DC, you know, and DC Comics, and they're now that whole fan base is now adults. So maybe that should be who they should be making the movies for, the Batman. This is kind of some bad news. It looks like the Batman has been pushed back once again. This is the standalone Robert Pattinson Batman film, set in the early days of Batman, or like year one of Batman. We've gotten a trailer for it, but since then, I think it's gotten 2 pushbacks for the release date, and now it's been pushed back to, I believe, early 2022 or March 2022. Okay, next let's talk about Godzilla vs. Kong. This is another movie released straight to HBO Max and to select theaters. It was just okay. I thought it was better than King of the Monsters, but not as good as Kong, Skull Island, or Godzilla. It just kind of lost me like halfway through. They went off on this whole like storyline arc that was, for me, just like way out of left field, and I felt like there was a lot of kind of hokey, corny visual effects, or not really corny, but just not really great visual effects and CGI, and a lot of like the sci-fi themes. It was just weird, like the direction that they went with it. I don't want to spoil anything, but there's this thing that they build in the movie, and I thought the design was just alright. Exactly what happened in the movie was what I assumed was going to happen. It was an okay action movie. Next I want to talk about The Suicide Squad, not Suicide Squad, but The Suicide Squad, being the sequel to the first one. When I first heard about this, I was like, whatever, and then they did the lineup teaser, where they just basically told you all the different characters that were going to be in it, and at that point I was just like done with it pretty much. I was just like, this looks totally over the top and ridiculous. They're trying way too hard. But now we have gotten that teaser, and we've gotten a trailer and a red band trailer, or an R-rated version of the trailer. And I'm fully on board now. My opinion has totally changed, and I think I was completely wrong from kind of dismissing it before. I can't wait to see this. This looks awesome. It looks like it's going to be incredible. From the trailer, it looks absolutely gorgeous. I find all the characters much more like intriguing now that we've gotten the full trailer, and I want to know more about them. The Rick Flag Harley Quinn relationship looks really good and funny and quirky. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to, you know, Margot Robbie playing Harley Quinn again. I think that she kills it at that character. I couldn't think of anybody else to play that character. So, it's another R-rated DC movie. It's got as of now, it's got an August 6th, 2021 release date, which I don't think will change because it's another movie coming out directly to HBO Max and select theaters. Hopefully we'll get a full trilogy out of it. You know, this is a sequel. I'm hoping it does well and we get another one. Okay, next up, another Zack Snyder film, Army of the Dead. We got a full trailer for this. It looks pretty good, pretty action-packed, nice visuals. Coming out this month of May 2021, directly to Netflix. I don't know about any theater or theatrical release, but it is coming directly to Netflix. And this is a direct sequel to Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead remake, which I mentioned in the last video, and I still say that's one of the best zombie movies ever made. The whole thing about the zombies in this movie, how they have like intelligence and stuff. I'm not super crazy about that idea. I didn't get that from the original teaser or anything that I read about it, so I wasn't really expecting that, and that's not something that happened in Dawn of the Dead, but I guess more time has gone by since Dawn of the Dead, so we'll see. Maybe it'll be good. Okay, and the last thing on my list here is Mortal Kombat, which I don't have a lot to say about it because honestly I haven't seen it yet. I just wanted to touch on it real quick because since my last video it has released onto HBO Max. I'm planning on watching it. I still plan on watching it. I've just kind of been putting it off just because from the trailers and stuff and from what I've heard other people say about it, it just doesn't look that good. I'm not super excited about it. I've never been like a diehard for the games. I loved the first movie. I still think the first movie is good and holds up. You know, it's a little cheesy, but it's still like good popcorn fun. A couple other just little things I wanted to touch on. The Conjuring 3 is getting a June 4th release. It's another HBO Max movie. We got a full trailer for that, which kind of snuck out without me even knowing about it somehow, but I went on YouTube and looked it up. And it looks okay. It looks pretty good. It's the third in the Conjuring trilogy. And the other two Conjuring movies were fantastic. But other films in the franchise haven't been so good. So, you know, with the trailer, it looks like they're going in a whole different direction for this Conjuring movie, where the first two were just straight up haunted house movies. This is going in like a true crime direction. So I have high hopes for it. I'm definitely excited to see it. Dune is getting an October release. It looks epic, and I am very intrigued. Especially since we have gotten a full trailer for this as well. And then Matrix 4, set to release later this year. Just why? That's the first thing that comes to mind for me. It's just like, I mean, I felt like with the original Matrix trilogy, we got a full, complete story. And, you know, obviously the first one is by far the best out of all the Matrix movies. But I personally like the full trilogy. I like the second and third Matrix movies. Like I said, they're not the best. The first one's the best, but I'm not one of these people that hates the second and third one. I thought it was an okay, halfway decent trilogy. But, I mean, to me, there's no more story there, really. So I'm not sure why they're doing a fourth movie. I mean, money, but other than that, so I don't know. So all in all, definitely some exciting things to look forward to on HBO Max. And if you don't have HBO Max, just keep an eye on your local theater. Maybe it will get some of these movies. I know people are getting out more and more, so catch them however you can catch them. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.